Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Take a minute here to talk about our Keeper Dynasty League top 100 cheat sheet that we have available for you. I want to be specific on the way that we went about ranking this top 100. I really looked at more than just per se, and you want to look at this with the Keeper League, obviously, looking down the road, or some of these players, they're going to be worth more than just using for this year, next year, or if a guy's worth having for years, then they were definitely going to get more credibility. You look at a Calvin Johnson, I think he bumped up heavily in our rankings on this board because he's the type of guy that really, I would say, projects out that if you have him, he should be a good player for years. The Lions are getting better. It looks like Matthew Stafford should be a decent quarterback. He's got a good, strong arm, and I think that that'll at least make a valuable fantasy option for years to come, if anything. Look at somebody like maybe Michael Turner, Frank Gore. They got maybe dinged a little bit. Not that they're not going to be really good players to have this season and maybe even really good next season, but I think after these next couple years, they may be the next wave of running backs that really tails off and falls by the wayside as they're getting, late into their 20s here. They're getting around their 30 years old. And so once that starts to happen with running backs, as we've seen so many times, they fall apart. So you may be, hey, this year they have a great year for you, and next year, those are guys that we'll see how their health is, but they may be guys you may even want to think about during the season trying to trade away and get some value for a player that maybe can last for you for a little bit longer than those next couple seasons. So keep those things in mind with this list. That's what I think it's good for, just looking for the long term and keeping that in mind. And once again, we just want to let you know that if you're listening to this out there on the internet, maybe on YouTube for a video, we've got this, what we're talking about here, available for you. There's a link. It should be a link at the bottom of where this video is at, right underneath the text. And you can click on that link. You can go over and you can download this information that we're talking about. You can print it out for yourself to use at your draft. We have that available for you. And if you're also listening to this on a podcast, maybe like Podbean, Mepedia, any one of those, Blueberry, any of those type of places, that should also be incorporated. There should be an article with this as well, and there should be some type of link there for you to get back to the specific page that we're talking about for this cheat sheet or mock draft that we happen to be talking to you about right now. Good luck this season, and we hope that this information helps you have success.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football.